Hello everyone, CRT is selling a new gun for the Nova tank, NV57 Gatling gun. Right now we can only buy this gun in the store for only $18 Warbond or $21.42 with store credits.
I'll take 5. I know.
CRT said in summer those guns will be available in game for Alpha UEC, but I guess at only some very specific locations. Yeah. Let's take a look at the numbers, Slayer cannon and new NV57 Gatling gun. Slayer cannon is a ballistic cannon, Gatling gun is of course a ballistic Gatling gun, both are physical damage. Alpha damage of Slayer gun is a lot higher than alpha damage of a Gatling gun, which of course makes sense. Burst damage of Slayer gun a lot higher than burst damage of NV57 gun. Sustained damage a lot higher sustained damage of Slayer gun compared to NV57. Slayer gun 12 rounds per minute, NV57 Gatling gun 1200 rounds per minute. Projectile speed of Slayer gun only 564 meters per second. Projectile speed NV57 gun 1000 meters per second. Range Slayer gun 6148 meters. Range Gatling gun 4000 meters. Spread Slayer gun 0.4 to 0.4. Spread Gatling gun 0.6 to 0.6. A much higher spread. I will show you now the gun in game, and there will be a very short test against Aurora, Freelancer Andromeda, Slayer cannon and NV57 Gatling gun. Nova tank with the fold Slayer gun. Target is an Aurora MR. Okay, one shot kill. Freelancer. Okay, nose is red. 2 shots for a kill. Andromeda. Okay, see some red spots at the front. Now front is red. Front red. Front shield face is down. 4 shots for a kill. Now we have the new ballistic Gatling installed. Okay, very high rate of fire. And of course, CRT cannot even do paints. We have a different paint on the gun than we have on the tank. Yeah. In turns. Yeah. If you fire too long, this gun will overheat. There's a bar, an overheat bar. But it takes a while. And now we are on overheat. We have to wait until this red bar is gone. And we can fire again. Aurora Ma. Took longer than Slayer gun, that's for sure. Slayer gun was a one shot kill. Freelancer. Okay, front is getting red. Shields are flashing. Okay, this takes way longer than Slayer gun. And now she is destroyed. Andromeda. Front is flashing because of ballistic shield penetration. Front shield is getting low. And we are in overheat. Front is red. Front shield face is very low. Have to wait for overheat. And destroyed. I would like to point out that Nova tank is as big as a house and still only has -5 degrees of gun depression with the normal Slayer gun because some genius put a gun sight under the barrel. Let's see if this has improved with the new NV57 ballistic Gatling gun. Gun depression is still bad, looks like -5 again. Terrain is not flat, we don't want flat terrain, so good luck hitting anything that's a bit below you. Yeah, look at this. You have to understand, Nova tank is as big as a house. It's way bigger than a World War II super heavy mouse tank, which was a terrible design. Only 2 prototypes were ever built, and still we have very little gun depression. Now you can argue, Things, ships, vehicles should have advantages and disadvantages, and I totally agree. But it shouldn't be stupid. Sorry. It should make sense. Please, CHG. I would also like to point out that we still have the bug in the game that when you change the guns, you are losing the gun until next big patch. I put a NV57 ballistic Gatling on my Nova tank, but now I don't have the Slayer gun anymore. I can unequip this gun. Yeah, but I have nothing else than just this gun, no more Slayer gun. It's the same bug with the Hornet Mark II new turret. And here we have our data, Aurora, Slayer gun, one shot 0.1 seconds, I guess, because of travel time. NV57 Gatling gun, 3.5 seconds. Freelancer, Slayer gun, 2 shots, 6 seconds. NV57 Gatling gun, 10.6 seconds. Andromeda, Slayer cannon, 4 shots, 17 seconds. NV57 Gatling gun, 24.6 seconds, one time waiting for overheat. The new NV57 Gatling gun is not as good against spaceships than the old Slayer cannon. The NV57 Gatling gun seems to be made to use against small, fast ground vehicles and infantry, but we still have only -5 degrees of gun depression. This makes any Nova tank gun hard to use against ground targets. Driving physics near 13 are still abysmal bad. No mass simulation, no inertia leads to massive oversteering. No feedback for the driver. Also, ground vehicles just pivot around the center Z-axis. A 70-ton Nova tank on one cheap planet jumps around as if it would be made out of paper. I love driving in games, but driving in Star Citizen using ground vehicles in Star Citizen is no fun at all. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye, auf Wiedersehen! By the way, this is a one cheap planet, this is a 70-ton tank, and look at those physics. This is the best CHG can do in year 13 with more than $1 billion, according to Carl Jones. Yeah, there's no mass simulation, no inertia, vehicles are just pivoting around the central Z-axis, and this thing jumps around as if it would be made out of paper. Yeah. It's really annoying to use ground vehicles in this game. I love to drive in games, but not in Star Citizen. Hey, you're still here. You might want to join me on Twitter or on Blue Sky.